Have you ever wondered who Santa Claus really is? Is he just a jolly figure in a red suit, or does his story run deeper, much deeper? What if I told you that Santa's origins stretch back through centuries of legends, crossing continents and cultures, evolving from a humble bishop to a global icon? Today, we'll embark on an extraordinary journey through time, unraveling the layers of myth and history behind Santa Claus. This is a story you won't want to miss. Let's begin in the ancient town of Patara, located in what is now Turkey. Around 280 AD, a boy named Nicholas was born into a wealthy Christian family. From a young age, Nicholas exhibited traits that set him apart: deep faith, kindness, and a remarkable sense of generosity. But his life was not without hardship. Tragedy struck when Nicholas was still a child. He lost both of his parents to an epidemic. This devastating event could have left him broken, but instead it shaped his destiny. Rather than use his inheritance to indulge in a life of luxury, Nicholas decided to follow a path of humility and service. He became a devout Christian priest and later the Bishop of Myra. His choice to give away his wealth to help the less fortunate was just the beginning of a legacy that would span millennia. Imagine a young boy grieving the loss of his parents, choosing compassion over comfort. Doesn't that speak to the kind of character that legends are built upon? One of the most famous tales of Nicholas's generosity is the story of the three daughters. A poor man, unable to afford dowries for his daughters, faced the unthinkable decision of selling them into servitude. Learning of their plight, Nicholas decided to act. Under the cover of darkness, he secretly delivered 3 bags of gold coins, one for each daughter, tossing them through the window of their home. The coins, according to legend, landed in stockings or shoes left by the fire to dry. Sound familiar? This simple act of kindness would inspire the tradition of hanging stockings that we still cherish today. But Nicholas's generosity didn't stop there. He was known for numerous acts of kindness, such as providing food for the hungry during times of famine, and even saving innocent people from unjust execution. His reputation as a protector of the innocent and a champion of the poor spread far and wide. Beyond his generosity, Nicholas was also known for his courage. During the reign of Emperor Diocletian, Christians faced brutal persecution, and Nicholas, as a bishop, openly defended his faith. This boldness led to his imprisonment, where he endured years of harsh conditions. Yet his faith never wavered. Imagine the strength it must have taken to stand firm in your beliefs, knowing it could cost you everything. After Emperor Constantine rose to power and legalized Christianity, Nicholas was released. He continued his work with renewed vigor, becoming a leading figure in the early Christian church. His dedication to his faith and his people further cemented his legacy. After his death on December 6, 343 AD, Nicholas's reputation only grew. By the 6th century, his legacy had spread across Europe, with churches dedicated to his name and stories of miracles attributed to him. One such miracle involves sailors caught in a violent storm. Praying for Nicholas's intercession, they claimed he appeared on their ship, calmed the seas, and guided them safely to shore. This story solidified his role as the patron saint of sailors and travelers. Another legend tells of Nicholas resurrecting 3 children who had been murdered by an innkeeper. This tale contributed to his status as the protector of children, a theme that would carry through the centuries. But how did a humble bishop from Myra transform into the Santa Claus we know today? To understand this, we must explore how his story evolved over centuries, blending with folklore, pagan traditions, and cultural customs. In the Netherlands, Saint Nicholas became known as Santa Claus. Every December, Santa Claus was said to arrive by ship from Spain, dressed in bishop's robes and carrying a staff. Dutch children would leave their wooden shoes by the fireplace, filled with hay or carrots for his horse, hoping to find them replaced with candies and small toys by morning. But not all children were rewarded. For those who misbehaved, there was the threat of receiving a lump of coal or even being taken away by one of Santa Claus's companions. These companions varied by region but often included figures who would handle the discipline side of the festivities. This duality of reward and punishment added a layer of moral instruction to the celebrations. When Dutch settlers brought the tradition of Santa Claus to America in the 17th century, it began to merge with other customs, particularly those of English settlers who celebrated Father Christmas. Over time, Santa Claus became Santa Claus, and his image started to shift. But it wasn't until the 19th century that the modern image of Santa Claus truly began to take shape. One of the most significant milestones was the publication of Clement Clarke Moore's poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, in 1823. You probably know it by its famous opening line, "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house." This poem introduced many of the elements we now associate with Santa Claus. His cheerful laugh, his magical sleigh pulled by 8 reindeer, and his ability to descend chimneys to deliver gifts. Moore's Santa was described as a right jolly old elf, with twinkling eyes and a belly that shook like a bowl full of jelly. But did you know that Moore never intended to publish this poem? He wrote it as a private gift for his children, and a family friend submitted it to a newspaper without his permission. Imagine how surprised Moore must have been when his private story became a national sensation. The late 1800s brought another transformation, thanks to illustrator Thomas Nast. Nast created a series of drawings for Harper's Weekly, depicting Santa as a larger-than-life figure with a full beard, a red suit trimmed with white fur, and a sack full of toys. He also introduced the concept of Santa living at the North Pole, with a workshop filled with industrious elves. Nast's illustrations captured the imagination of millions, solidifying Santa's place in popular culture. Nast's Santa was more than just a gift bringer. He embodied the spirit of generosity and goodwill. His depictions also included Santa reading letters from children and keeping a list of who was naughty or nice, a detail that added a personal touch to the myth. In the 20th century, Coca-Cola played a pivotal role in cementing Santa's image as we know it today. In the 1930s, the company commissioned artist Haddon Sundblom to create holiday advertisements featuring Santa Claus. Sundblom's Santa was warm, approachable, and rosy-cheeked, with a red and white suit that perfectly matched Coca-Cola's branding. These advertisements were so successful that they defined Santa's image worldwide. Interestingly, many people believe that Coca-Cola invented the red suit, but Santa had been depicted in red long before. However, Sundblom's portrayal was so iconic that it became the standard. But Santa's evolution wasn't confined to America. Around the globe, different cultures retained their unique traditions of gift-bringers, each adding their own flavors to the legend. In England, Father Christmas was once a figure associated with feasting and merriment rather than gift-giving. Dating back to the 16th century, he was depicted as a merry old man embodying the spirit of good cheer during the holiday season. Over time, his character merged with Santa Claus, adopting the gift-giving aspect and the iconic attire. Today, Father Christmas and Santa Claus are often considered the same, but the historical distinctions add a rich layer to the tapestry of holiday traditions. In Russia, there's Ded Moroz or Grandfather Frost. Unlike Santa, Ded Moroz delivers presents on New Year's Eve, often accompanied by his granddaughter Sneguraka, the Snow Maiden. dressed in a long fur-lined coat that's usually blue or silver. Ded Moroz carries a staff and rides a troika, a traditional Russian sleigh pulled by 3 horses. Ded Moroz's origins are rooted in Slavic folklore, where he was initially a villainous figure. However, over time, he transformed into a benevolent character, much like Santa Claus, symbolizing the harsh but beautiful Russian winter. In Italy, children eagerly await a visit from La Befana, a kindly witch who delivers gifts on Epiphany, January 6th. According to legend, the 3 wise men invited her to join them on their journey to find baby Jesus, but she declined, saying she was too busy with housework. Regretting her decision, she now travels the world on her broomstick, leaving gifts for children in hopes of finding the Christ child. La Befana's story adds a unique twist to the holiday season, blending Christian tradition with local folklore. She is often depicted as a soot-covered old woman, which explains why she enters homes through the chimney. Not all holiday figures are benevolent. In alpine regions of Europe, there's the Krampus, a horned, menacing creature who punishes naughty children. While Saint Nicholas rewards the good, the Krampus ensures that bad behavior doesn't go unnoticed. This duality of light and dark adds a fascinating layer to Christmas traditions, reminding us that the holiday season has always balanced joy with reflection. Festivities involving the Krampus often include parades where people dress in elaborate costumes to scare away evil spirits. These celebrations are both thrilling and a bit terrifying, showcasing the diverse ways cultures interpret the themes of morality and consequence. Santa's story also has connections to Norse mythology. The god Odin was said to lead a great hunting party through the sky during the midwinter festival known as Yule. Riding his 8-legged horse, Sleipnir, Odin would soar through the night, a spectacle that some historians believe influenced the concept of Santa's sleigh and flying reindeer. Children would leave boots filled with carrots, straw, or sugar near the chimney for Sleipnir to eat. Odin would then reward the children for their kindness by replacing Sleipnir's food with gifts or candy. Sound familiar? This practice bears a striking resemblance to the modern tradition of leaving out cookies and milk for Santa. Santa's association with the North Pole is another fascinating detail. During the 19th century, the Arctic was a place of mystery and intrigue, largely unexplored and often featured in adventure stories. Placing Santa's workshop at the North Pole added an element of magic and seclusion, making it the perfect home for a legend. The concept of elves as Santa's helpers also has roots in various mythologies. In Norse folklore, elves were supernatural beings associated with nature and magic. Integrating them into Santa's story enriched the narrative, giving a whimsical explanation for how Santa could produce toys for millions of children. Today, Santa Claus is a global phenomenon, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. He appears in movies, television shows, books, and advertisements, each adding new layers to his story. From Miracle on 34th Street to the Polar Express, Santa continues to capture our imagination. But beyond the commercialization, Santa embodies universal values: generosity, kindness, and the joy of giving. Charities around the world use Santa's image to promote goodwill and help those in need. Programs like Secret Santa and Toys for Tots encourage people to give anonymously, spreading cheer to those who might otherwise be forgotten. So, the next time you see Santa Claus, remember, he's more than just a jolly figure in a red suit. He's a bridge between history, culture, and the timeless joy of giving. From a humble bishop in ancient Turkey to the global icon we know today, Santa's story is a tapestry woven with threads of compassion, courage, and enduring magic. What part of his story surprised you the most? Was it his origins as Saint Nicholas, the protector of children and sailors? Or perhaps the diverse traditions from around the world that have shaped his image? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're looking to create your own magical Christmas memories, don't miss our exclusive ebook, The Magic of Christmas. Recipes, traditions, and unforgettable memories. Packed with festive recipes, heartwarming stories, and creative ideas, it's the perfect guide to making this holiday season truly special. Check the link in the description to get your copy today. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story like this one. Oh, and don't miss your chance to grab our ebook. It's guaranteed to make your holiday season unforgettable.